Get back here! He shot at my flight stabilizers. It makes it little easier to run away. Little flip around. Now I have you, Destro. Feed off your objects. Take these. Tazmania Kid. Yanshin. Leo Convoy. You got away with your orders. It seems to be time.
What is up, YouTube Nation? This is Havoc the Emo, the collector fiend that runs the scene, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Legacy United Core Class Tazmania Kiran. Such a way to start off 2024. Such a great toy. Love the character. Love the show. This is a Beast Wars 2 universe, by the way. If you have not seen it, the entire series is out on YouTube, so just look it up, give it a watch, get your reading glasses. You might have to pause a few times to read those subtitles, but I definitely recommend the show. As the youngest member of the convoy unit, and a fairly green recruit, Kid was young, restless, enthusiastic, and caring, but could also be mischievous, reckless, and insubordinate when it comes to proving himself as a great Cybertron warrior, Maximo warrior. Even will attempt solo missions to show his worth, which usually leads to him getting over his head, time to time. Essentially, he's the cheater of the group. But with every great mistake made, a lesson is learned. Kid grows to be a good soldier and a respected warrior, friends with the lazy mechanic Diver and Insectron Scissor Boy. When he first landed on planet Gaia after the disappearance of Convoy and the discovery of mysterious energy later discovered as Anglomois, he was in debate on scanning a leopard or an eagle. He thought the leopard looked cool, it was sleek, it was brown, he could really imagine himself looking pimpin', but he said it'd also be really cool for the ability to fly. And while he was timing out, he went to go scan the eagle, and a Tasmanian devil jumped right in front of him during his scanner and giving him this as a beast mode, and he took on the name Tazmania Kiddo, or Tasmanian Kid. Also was a kind of mentor to Leo Convoy, being able to relate to Leo Convoy being a young and new bot trying to prove himself as well. Kid's story extends from Beast Wars 2 to Beast Wars Neo and the manga, where he eventually meets his death. But great character, and again, he's essentially the cheater of their group. The box is a regular box, but you got a nice piece of artwork there for those who care about that, and product shots. Now let's go in, take a little look at this. Very cool. Now it goes against its initial design from the show. I'll put his initial design somewhere around here to show that he kind of had more like goblin-like ears and, you know, more man hands, but they obviously wanted to go for something a little more accurate to what a Tasmanian devil actually looks like. Covered in fur. You got your ball joint here for posability, and you can technically untap it there and give it some more posability, have him kind of bring his legs out to the side more. But it's kind of blocked off, so you don't get a whole lot of range of movement, but you can definitely move it forward you know, you can mess with the joints. This one is all these front legs is what I was trying to say before my mouth stopped working. It's probably telling me I need some more coffee here. The best part of waking up. Alright. Got his mouth open and closed there. His head is a little closable. You kind of gotta undo some things, but essentially he's just more a very decorative paperweight. But he does as much moving as you would expect out of a core class animal. For some comparisons, we'll bring in core class vertebrate. I don't have a core class rat trap. Didn't appeal to me. Initially, people thought that he was going to be a retool of core class rat trap. That's not the case. I don't think. It doesn't seem like the case. Bring in deluxe cheetor. Bring in B.W.2 Convoy or Optimus Primal. Yeah, just because we bring in Starscream. Because he does make an appearance in Beast Wars 2, just not this Starscream. And here he is to Dragon Megatron. So yeah, obviously he's obviously tiny. We don't have any of the bad guys from this show yet, but essentially they were just jets, a tank, and then a dragon. Well, at the beginning of the series, but we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about this boy here. So just go watch Beast Wars 2. It's on YouTube. It's free. But without anything else to talk about in his beast mode, let's get down to rating. Now with him, I mean, I don't know what a lot of people look for when they are looking for core class toys. I know a lot of people don't even like cores, and I know there's a whole fan base who enjoy cores more than anything else. I think as far as core classes go, this is a 5-star alt mode. This is a 5-star core class mode, in my opinion. It looks good, like there's not a whole lot of gaps or robot chunks hanging out. It's posable, and it looks like an animal. So, you know, there's the bottom of it. Obviously, you got like some robot stuff hanging out, but everything conceals pretty nicely. So yeah, I give this a 5-star alt mode. Really fun, and you know, it's a $10 toy. It's that's just the prices we live with nowadays. So, oh geez, if you put it as an equivalent, like if G1 toys were coming out in today's market, we'd be paying $10 for mini bots. That's just the way it is. Tazmania Kid in his robot mode, and he looks freaking. He looks cool. Very much representation of that Beast Wars 2 design, or his original toy design. I don't have his original toy. Essentially, there was one, which is a slight repaint of Snarl, which some people might recognize him as Snarl. I didn't necessarily talk about it at the beginning, but Snarl was the Beast Wars toy, and that technically came out before Beast Wars 2, but Beast Wars 2 was in production at the time that toy was released in America. And the toy came out in 1997. And then Beast Wars 2 aired April 1st, 1998 in Japan. So essentially, you could do whatever you want with that. It could just be that America got the toy, but because licensing and copyright, they couldn't call it Tazmania Kid or Tasmanian Kid, and they couldn't necessarily use the same bio because the show wasn't out. So Tazmania Kid, and I'll put a little picture of his original design right here, so you can see essentially they carried over everything very well. Again, making it look a little more correct to how a Tasmanian devil actually looks. The feet look a little different, but other than that, bring him in here. Got some really nice head sculpt. His abs, some nice sculpt work. Some people might be bothered by the hands being opened up like that, but then being turned into the feet, it kind of makes sense. A little hollowness on the inside of the legs, but forgiven, counting that this is a core with probably one of the highest levels of transformations I've seen in a core. But yeah, cleans up very well. You can give him his tail blaster. They did make it so you can use it as a club if you wish. It looks a little ridiculous. It's just kind of like jutting off his palm. Just whoosh. But yeah, you're supposed to just plug it in on either arm, and you can keep it tucked in the back like that, and you can still keep his arms straight. So that's pretty neat. For comparisons, let's bring in our same group of bots here. For the break. Bring in the sheet tool. We'll have to zoom out here. Readjust my camera. Beast Dog Convoy. Or Primal. Star Scream. still waiting on our Galvatron. Beast Wars 2 Galvatron, Sama. Let's go. Let's go. What else can I say about Tazmania Kid? He looks cool. I like his character. Now, the posability and articulation of this guy is pretty great for a core class. Got some ball joint on the head. Got him looking all the way up. You could even have him looking, well, not necessarily looking down, but you could, have him looking almost all the way up. A little down, yeah, a little bit. Not really. Ball joint on the shoulder. The way your shoulder is shaped makes it a little. You can't necessarily, like, if you wanted to go straight back this way, you couldn't. But you could have them go almost all the way back. Ball joint on the shoulder, and then even a ball joint right here on the wrist. Really, actually a possibility you know what to do. You have him hold his shoulder like he got shot. Have him, push on his head for like a little mic or a salute or whatever. Still has his blaster right there, which is a Lucha compatible. He has the ball joint on his legs. Do the full splits. He goes a little back, but his backpack gets in the way. Ball joint at the knee. Ball joint at the feet, and give him a little bit of ankle tilt. A lot of backward movement due to transformation, and a little bit of forward transformation. Forward movement, I should say. And can you do these high kicks? I don't see why not. But I have not tried. He doesn't have enough grit on his feet here to make it stand on one foot, but that's okay. That is okay. Let's see, any nitpicks on the figure? One nitpick, I guess, is going back to the feet. Having white paint on the teeth, and then having the teeth be your literal support for the entire figure, because then you have to be careful with that, because you can end up just scraping the bottom of the teeth here, taking that paint off, and it'll make it a little messy, so that's a little disappointing. The holes right here, I don't necessarily know what reason they did for doing that. I'm not sure if it's a callback to the toy. It doesn't necessarily have anything like that necessarily in the show animation. I'm not sure if they did it just for effects. But yeah, that's a little weird. It's not necessarily engineering error. It doesn't necessarily affect the engineering in any way. It's just a weird decision. Other than that, I don't necessarily have any real nitpicks about this figure in his robot mode, or his beast mode. Yeah, I don't necessarily have a lot of nitpicks on his robot mode. Again, his gun stores there very nicely. Like, you could just keep that on and still it won't affect, like, his arm won't have to be shooting straight up. This blaster is Belush compatible. Take this one, which I think works well for it, and have him blasting away. That looks cool. I think that's how I'm going to leave him for the rest of this video. And let's see, final thoughts. Great figure. Definitely a cool figure to start off the year with. It's a nice little cheap fun toy. It actually had a good amount of design and engineering that was put into it. I liked all the design from the Beast Wars 2, and I'm hoping we get more of those. And I wouldn't even mind getting some of the Destrons that we've seen. Definitely, if they go with all their beast modes that they ended up getting, that would be really cool. But yeah, I hope we get more of these Cybertrons. I want a scuba, I want a diver, I want an Apache, I want a bighorn, I want a scuba. And did I mention I want a scuba? Oh yeah, they're cool toys, cool figures. And I'm glad that we have some of the team coming together. We have 2 down. Let's see, would be 3 to go? Yeah, 3 to go. And then we'll get the Insectrons, right? At least give us a few of them. But yeah, that is basically everything about the toy. Great figure, I highly recommend. I rate his robot mode 5 stars. Yes, 5 stars, because this was way more out. Like, I did not expect to see this out of a core class, and we did. Like, this is just a small deluxe. Like, they did it very well, and so I think it definitely deserves the 5-star robot mode, 5-star beast mode, giving it a 10-star rating, and probably the first 10-star core class that I have found. I love this thing. And with nothing more to say, nothing more to talk about, this is Havoc the Emo saying, remember, there's nothing wrong with being a geek as long as you're feeling free and you're feeling you. Do what you want to do what you can do. It's your life, it's your money. Don't let anybody tell you you're too old to play